Hey, what's up guys? Kevin the Tech Ninja here. And if you don't know who I am, I've been making YouTube videos for the past 6 years talking about my love of tech while focusing around Android. Every year I pick up the iPhone for review and for comparison's sake, but with this iPhone, I put my main SIM card in it. Well, it's been a full week now, and let me tell you what I think. This video was made possible by Unbox TV. Unbox TV is a one-stop shop to track the hottest items online from your favorite creators. These items are located right on the top of the website under what's trending on YouTube. There's also a creator spotlight so you can discover new fantastic creators online. If you head to my page on there, you can see what I covered in a quick and easy to follow page, and this updates automatically. If you happen to make a purchase on this page, the affiliate revenue is passed through to the creator. So in this example, me. Find out more by hitting my links down below or heading over to Unbox TV. As I said in the intro, every year I buy the new iPhone for review, and this year was no different. Most of the time I cover the phone as I normally do, and then I put it away until another flagship comes up to compare it against. This year, however, I don't think I'm putting this phone away. It's actually grown on me, and it's grown on me so much that I feel like I'm deep in the Apple pool and I'm sipping the Kool-Aid right now. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's bad enough where I bought an Apple Watch. The people who've been following me for a long time, before you leave these comments about how I'm a traitor or whatever, hear me out really quick. Now what the iPhone does for me, it gives me a super smooth experience in everything I do. Yeah, I know Android is more powerful and it also has different types of apps that the iPhone will never have. Things involving cryptocurrency, programming, and other niche things. But for my usage, I don't use those things on my phone. For the most part, I use very common apps, things that you'll find on Android and iOS. And the way I am, I believe in getting the best tool for the way I work. As you can see, I have a 5K iMac, but I also have a gaming PC behind me because if I want to play games, I'll grab a PC. That's the best tool to play games. But if I want to edit a video on Final Cut, then I'll use my 5K iMac. The 10 series iPhone is the first iPhone to me that is on par with Android as far as performance and also some of the specs. I know you guys are going to GSM Arena right now and looking up specs, and you're going to say something about amount of RAM it has or the screen resolution. But when I use the phone, it runs better than most Android phones. And it's up to par with the latest flagship phones, and it just has this level of smoothness. Look, the camera is great. It's not as good as the Pixel, but it's good enough to get the shot that I'm looking for. If I'm on vacation, I can grab my iPhone or grab a Pixel, and I'm very satisfied with the images. The HDR mode is the real deal, and I think it's a huge improvement over the iPhone X, which already had a good camera. I think portraits are really good too, with the occasional slip up with stray hairs, but the video has improved so much over the older iPhones. 4K 30 frames per second looks very, very good. And also stereo recording, that immerses you so much in a video, and the audio that comes out of it is just really, really good. And I really didn't care about that stuff until I started playing back my videos and I started getting them feels in my head because the sights, the sounds are all there, and it's nailed great with the iPhone. So look, the iPhone's not perfect. I have a list of things I don't like, and I'll talk about those very soon, so bear with me. Or if you want to skip right to the bad stuff, I'm going to leave a link below to just jump to the negative things. But I have a few more good things I do want to say. The build quality is just very nice. Everything feels top-notch. The haptic feedback is just super satisfying. The little clicks and ticks you feel is something that I made of before, but the on-screen toggles, when you move them and it starts to click, it feels like it's a real toggle. Really cool. Also, the phone is made of glass, just like every other flagship phone, which makes it a somewhat fragile phone. You're paying $1,000 for something very fragile. Once again, iPhones and Samsungs and even Pixels now, they're luxury tech items. They're not made to be super rugged and durable. So always protect your investment. Get a D-brand skin. Number one, just fixes the fingerprints and makes it less slippery. And also you can change it up a little bit, get yourself something cool. Look at this black matrix skin. It's pretty dope. Check it out down below. This phone is more durable than I thought it was. There are some drop tests online. It looks like it can withstand a few drops, and also IP68 water and dust resistant, which is definitely nice to have. But at the end of the day, it's still a product that costs over $1,000. I don't recommend chancing it. And also with iPhones, you have more accessories, premium cases and premium accessories out there, things that you won't typically find for Android. Also, iMessage is amazing. I wish Hangouts would just copy what iMessage is doing. I love iMessage, and conversation just turns into like a chatting service, and you can do a lot of things. You have high quality video, high quality messages. Now, if you use Hangouts before, you know when you send a video, it takes 20 to 30 minutes sometimes to process a video, even though Google owns YouTube, so processing should be better. It's not like that on iMessage. The videos come by really fast. It's just a better chatting service, and it makes me upset because Hangouts should be this good. Another cool thing that I didn't even know, Andrew actually sent me $15 for something we did together, and he sent it to me through iMessage, and I just clicked on it and went straight to my account. So a lot of cool things you can do with iMessage, and that's something that I get when people consider moving to Android. They don't want to lose iMessage. Now, battery life has been pretty good to me, but I do feel that some of the newer Android phones has better battery life. The Note 9, for example, I get about a day and a half, whereas the iPhone XS Max, at around 10 o'clock at night, I'm at about 10%, 10 to 20% depending on the day. With the Android device, the Note 9, the same usage, exact same usage, I'm at around 30 to 40%. So I find myself getting around 10% better worth of battery life with the same usage. May not sound like a big deal, but when you don't have fast charging out of the box with the iPhone, then you find yourself hugging a wall. Versus if you have like a OnePlus 6 or you have something with quick charge, you get a much faster charge. So this leads us to some of the things I don't like and things that will make me consider looking back at Android really soon. And some of these things I will admit could be an adjustment period, as I've been on Android for the past 10 years. I still feel as though I'm in a walled garden. For example, in Twitter, if I click on a YouTube video, it launches it in Twitter to view it. Then for me to get into the proper YouTube app, I need to then click on Safari. And then once I'm in Safari, I need to click on the YouTube button to actually go into YouTube. And then it's also weird when you go to an app from another app, there's like this little persistent back button that takes you back to the old app. I think that's just weird to me. And once again, it could be just my usage, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. Also, there's no real organization on the home screen. I hate seeing pages of icons. It's frustrating. There's no way to just press a button, as far as I know, and just sort them. And you can put them in folders, but that becomes tedious. There's no way to auto-organize things into folders. Just a huge headache for me. I literally don't care about my apps now, and I just do a little tiny flick and then do a search to find what app I'm looking for. Makes things a whole lot easier for me. But I would love to be able to hide icons, not have them on the home screen. Maybe toss in some widgets on the home screen instead of going back to see widgets, and I think that would be a lot better. Also, I would love to have some customization, change the icons, do things that Android lovers been doing forever. I would love a dark mode and just things like that. Even with these issues I'm having, the positive outweighs it heavily. One thing specifically is the Apple Watch. I'm gonna get into this a little bit deeper, but I actually have a heart murmur, which actually scares me every time I'm active, every time I'm working out. It scares me, to be quite honest. So with the Apple Watch, it always monitors my heart rate, even when I'm not working out, and it can proactively alert me if something isn't right, if something with my heartbeat isn't going right and too low, too high, it's beating incorrectly, and things like that. It just makes me feel a lot better. I'm sure that I'll be fine. It just scares me, and knowing that a watch can predictively help me out in a circumstance, it could be a slim chance, but that's enough for me to want to invest in that. And overall, the watch is a lot better than I thought it would be, and it has a lot of cool features that Android Wear doesn't have, but there's still a lot of things that Android Wear does better than the Apple Watch, and I will discuss that in a future video. So one more thing that I forgot to mention is that iOS has an app called Shortcuts, which reminds me of the days of Tasker. I'm not sure if you guys remember Tasker, but that was a way to program your Android phone to do sort of like these crazy tasks. If you go home, turn on Wi-Fi, like really rudimentary things, and Tasker was like a really cool scripting app that was used on Android. Shortcuts is sort of like that now, except for it's baked into the OS, and it's really cool. It's in its infant stages right now, but for example, like I have a shortcut where if I take a burst photo, then when I press one button, automatically it converts it to a GIF. I'm gonna link you to Snazzy Q's video because he did a bang up job talking about shortcuts and all the things that it can do. He has it where he can like tell his phone to open up the front of his car and it opens it up, and a lot of cool things. So I'm gonna link it down below. That's just one of the things that makes iOS better than it used to be. It's a little bit more open, a little bit more customizable, even though it could definitely use some work on that front. Anyways, guys, I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja. Just wanted to share with you my thoughts, my experiences, and sort of how I've changed over time as far as what my needs are in the mobile landscape. And by the way, a lot of your favorite YouTubers use iPhones. Don't let them lie to you. They're on iMessage. We have the blue bubbles. Anyways, guys, Kevin the Tech Ninja here. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. It helps engagement, so leave a thumbs down. Go ahead. Helps the video. Talk to you guys later. Peace.